If you are undecided about becoming a mother and you are wanting advice to make the best choice possible, would you rather advice from a 27-year-old childless lesbian pop singer, or would you prefer advice from a mother who loves her children? Obviously, the choice is clear. You would want advice from the latter. Recently, Chappell Roan went onto the podcast called Call Her Daddy, where she expressed that women who have children are just miserable. Here's a clip from that. Take a listen.
All of my friends who have kids are in hell. I don't know anyone. I actually don't know anyone who's like happy and has children at this age. I have like a 1-year-old, like 3-year-old, 4 and under, 5 and under. I literally have not met anyone who's happy, anyone who has like light in their eyes, anyone who has slept.
Many mothers took to social media to express that they, in fact, are not miserable and actually love motherhood and love their children. Here's a video of a TikToker using the voiceover of Chappell Roan to show a video of her loving her children and not being miserable.
Friends who have kids are in hell. I don't know anyone. I actually don't know anyone who's like happy and has children.
You're no longer just you. You split into different pieces. And you know,
motherhood is such a beautiful journey. I think that mothers are not supported nearly as much as they should be. With America being an individualistic society, mothers seem to raise children on their own. It's very isolating. Whereas in many different countries, when you become a mom, there's more of a village. There's more support. Your neighbors will support you. There's grandma, aunties, uncle. Everyone is just around, ready to give you undenying support. But here in America, it's a little bit different. Let's listen to someone who is describing the fact that society in America just does not value motherhood and why it seems to be so difficult.
The reason why motherhood sucks in America is because America doesn't value families and communities. It values employees, workers, and spending money. Everything we do and all of the laws that we have are so that we work, spend money, and stay in that system.
I completely agree with her sentiments in that video. Women just are not supported. Society just does not value motherhood. They want us to have a baby, then return back to work after 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 12 weeks. It's just not enough time. When I had my first baby, after 3 months, I had to go back to work. And on the day that I had to go back to work, I felt like I was having a mental breakdown. I cried so much because I've literally been holding my child every single day, all day long for 3 months. And now I have to go work an entire shift, 8 hours without my baby. It was very hard, but obviously you grow into thinking it's the norm, and it's really sad. Motherhood and parenthood is truly the greatest sacrifice known to mankind, and it takes someone really special to want to immerse yourself in it and strive to give your child that safe space where they feel unwavering love and support, and really try to curate a childhood that your children do not have to heal from. I honestly think that some people are just too selfish and or caught up in what they want for themselves to want to sacrifice their lives for someone else. And let's be clear, that is totally fine. Everyone has a choice to make. We just need to allow people to make their own choices and or not condemn others for having a different choice and or different opinion from your own. Let's listen to this YouTuber talk about why she does not want children and how the only thing she has to worry about is if she's going to have coffee or tea that day. I mean, that seems like a pretty easy task. I mean, you just got to think about, do I want to drink coffee or do I want to drink tea? Let's take a listen.
By not having children. So I did a video about this on my YouTube channel last year, and it was my most viewed video to date, where I talk about how the only thing that I have to worry about when I wake up in the morning is, do I want coffee or tea? And there's no legitimate reason under the sun for me to ever change that. A lot of people don't have a deep understanding that for many of us child-free women, the decision to be child free really just comes from not wanting to make our lives harder than it has to be. Because it's like, why would I do that, right? I talked about how I don't have to worry about stuff. And then if I had kids, I would have to worry about a bunch of things, like overnight.
Wow, motherhood is so much more than that. I couldn't imagine not experiencing the joys of motherhood, the good, the bad, the ugly that comes with it. I feel like good parenting is the highest level of adulting that one can achieve. Erica Commissar, who is a clinical social worker, psychoanalyst, and parent guidance expert with over 30 years of private practice experience, said it best. She went on the Diary of a CEO podcast and she talked about child attachments and the dangers of daycare. This video was so insightful. I learned so much from it. There's so many beneficial information that she put in this video. Here's a small piece of her talking from that video.
All of that freedom and all of that fabulous me time comes at a cost if you have children.
So one would say then, well, I just won't have children then.
And that would be fine. And so there are a lot of people that are saying today, I don't see the value in being responsible for another human being. And what they're missing out on is the deep and rewarding emotional connection to your children. It's a love like no other love.
I tend to be very open with my thoughts and feelings about motherhood, but it looks like I better stop because so many people are so judgmental. Imagine being Chappell's friend and you're venting to her about the woes of motherhood, and then she goes and rats you out to everyone. And try to make it seem like you hate motherhood and like you're living in hell, when that's just not true. How can you compare hell to motherhood? Motherhood has been my greatest blessing, though it is the biggest struggle that I face with every single day, because there's just so many things we want to do, so many things that we want to accomplish. And sometimes the things that we want to do for ourselves simply do not align with the family goals and or the schedule of your children. You can think you have plans to do this, that, and everything else under the sun, and then a child gets sick and you have to cancel all of your plans. And that's the sacrifice of motherhood. The ability to put yourself last and care for someone else is really just, it's so rewarding. You have to truly learn to put your child first and know that you come last. You'll lose sleep, you'll lose friends, you'll lose opportunities, you'll lose resources, because raising a child in America, especially, it's so expensive. It's so time consuming to have to deal with, taking kids to practice. And a lot of times, some of us just don't have grandparents that's going to drive them to taekwondo practice, drive them to swimming. And if you have multiple children who are in multiple activities, it can seem like, wow, every single day after I get off of work, I have to go do this and go do that. And I understand that it is a great sacrifice, but it's so rewarding. You just do it, and then one day your kids will love and thank you for it. And I hope that you are able to pass on good qualities onto your children where they feel like they want to love and nurture their kids someday too. My kids, they're my biggest hype man, and they are the reason why I get up every day. If you know my children are so funny. They have such big personalities, and they're an extension of me. My oldest son, that's me through and through. His whole entire personality, I feel like he got it from me. And my daughter, she's so charismatic. She's so sassy. And I love being able to watch the product of what me and my husband created. It's beautiful. And I feel like every woman and every man, I feel like everyone should enjoy motherhood. So although being child free allows you to move in ways that, where you don't have to think about anyone else. If you want to go to Paris tomorrow, and if you have no children, you can probably do just that. But when you get older and you have to look back on your legacy and look back on your life, it's I'm sure you'll wish that you had someone to share your last days with, someone to tell your stories to. And for me, I don't want to leave my house, my money to the state. No. I want to leave it to my children, my children's children, and I want them to remember me and know that I fought every single day to make sure that I tried to make a difference in their lives. Watching your child accomplish both minor and major accomplishments in life is like the greatest reward, the greatest achievement in life. But obviously, you do you. Everyone has a choice to make, whether you are, child free and want to remain child free, or you are a woman looking to have children someday. I think the choice to make is to have children. Just really prepare for it. Though you will never be 100% prepared for having children, but try to prepare both emotionally and financially for them the best that you can, so that you do not feel like having children is hell when it's really not, because they're babies today and they're adults tomorrow. I just had my 7-year-old what seemed like yesterday, and now voila, ta-da. But anyways, you do you. You make the best choice that's the best for you, that suits you and your lifestyle. And yeah, what are your thoughts on this topic? Please leave your perspective in the comments. Please like and subscribe to support our channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.